Welcome everybody, it's RustyMoney here. This is a channel full of live streams, challenges, let's plays, and more. So I hope you enjoy this next creation. Welcome everybody, it's your friend RustyMoney here. We are here on Farmlands in our competitive one-tile challenge with our friend Zorch Farming and Crustu Farms. So, welcome. I just finished a nice little breakfast here, got the dishes all washed, and we are ready to move, everybody. We got things to do. I've done a couple of things off camera, as if you recall, at the end of or during our last episode, the start to this whole thing. I kind of thought I had mentioned that we would be doing, work as well, possibly prior to and after each episode. We were going to spend a little time just, finishing up the odds and ends around our little farms between all three of us. Well, I did some of that. I got this field all prepped and ready to be put our first crop in the ground, which we've got canola going in here. I did a bunch of ground texture painting, just for what I thought would be the nice flow of traffic around where I may drive on this beautiful little homestead. Okay, the game pauses, and I can't, I need to remember to mention that. I forgot that, but it will only pause on us, I believe, when, like, Zorch, I can't remember if it's when you look at the store, or if it's when you go into, like, the setting menus. But it does that on any multiplayer. Alright. So, yeah, we're putting canola in this field. What else did I do? So, if you remember in my startup episode, I had the accident of filling my tank full of herbicide. Well, I ended up selling that tank and bought a new one. And Zorch Farming had also decided to add in 3 new mods to this series, so I chose to buy and place a separate water point for $250. So we got an old water well right next to our little buy point. And what else did I do? I don't think I really did too much else, everybody. Just kind of organized the farmyard a little bit, kind of just clean things up. But what we're gonna do in this episode here today is, of course, get this canola field in, and then I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something, but we will be right back. Alright, we are back. I forgot that I wanted to take a screenshot of us planting this canola. And when you do a screenshot, at least when you're recording on PlayStation, my experience, it stops your recording. So I just thought I'd take a quick screenshot here and then bring you back. So, yeah, I do record and edit everything on ShareFactory via PlayStation, everybody. I just want to be kind of like that console creator for Farming Simulator, so I pretty much do everything 100% from ShareFactory. I don't use any other editing tools, really, on a PC and then port it over to my PlayStation. The only thing I've done at all in this series ported over to my PlayStation was the logo that Zorch Farming also let us use for this series that he created. So we ported that over to the PlayStation. That's it. Otherwise, everything I do is strictly on the PlayStation. And also want to thank all of our new viewers and subscribers, and thank you to our friend Crusty Farms and Zorch Farming for passing along the information that RustyMoney was doing this challenge along their side, and to go and check out his videos as well as their videos. So yeah, big shout out to Zorch Farming and Crusty Farms for that kind-hearted messages. So make sure you do check out our friends, everybody, that are doing this challenge with us. Show them the support as well. And I really love reading comments, so I hope you all continue to leave an occasional comment as well. I do a lot of other content besides this challenge here, and got some future ideas coming soon. But after we get this canola in this field, everybody, we are going to, I believe, we're going to check into adding sheep to the farm, I think, potentially, as well as a second field, I think. So we've got $64,383. So we're sitting pretty decent here at the start of this one tile challenge. I don't really want to try and get too carried away with spending the money, because we're going to end up having to buy a harvester. And I don't really want to be pinching pennies when we need to go buy that harvester. Although, I do want to try and have other ways of making money. And look at there. What is Zorch Farming doing? He must be going to sell his first load of silage. Look at him making some money. So we can utilize the sell points on the map, everybody. The only thing we cannot purchase is we cannot purchase the production points on the map. We have to implement production points on our one tile of property. And we can also implement other sell points by placing those on our tile of property. Okay, well, we have our first field in the ground, everybody. It is canola. We have manure from the cows. All right, I ran into a little problem with that, actually, just before we went live. If you remember, I did place the manure heap. Well, I didn't put the straw in it before I placed the manure heap, and so it wasn't recognizing the manure heap. I ended up having to sell the manure heap right here and have straw in there, and then replace the manure heap, and now it's recognizing it and putting the manure in there. Kind of odd, but maybe that's just yeah, I don't know, I just kind of thought that was a little odd as how that's doing that. Alright, now where are we gonna park our seeder? The other thing I'm going to mention that we did do out of the kindness of our heart was improve our friend Zorch Farming's entry point to his farm. We got that painted in. There seems to be, we discovered, a thin line on this map where you can't paint. So hopefully that is recognized by Farmer Rabbit. Hopefully he checks out our series. It appears that you can't paint all the way up to the actual property lines, if you will. Okay, let's just set this right here. Alright, now we're gonna do some other things, and I want to check into our idea with the sheep. And I think we're gonna go for it. I think we're gonna get these guys. Figure out where I want to put them. Let's go about right here, I think. And we'll try it. Okay, here we go. Do you want to customize the fence? Yes. Okay, now here's the struggle that our friend Krusty was having. Hopefully we can sort that out. There we go right there. Let's go this way now. I don't know how many we're gonna get, but we're gonna get it so we can get quite a few. Let's go all the way here to 250. That is, you know what? Why not? Let's go to 300. Let's get a 300. How about that? And let's go over this way then. We want to be over here somewhere. Now I just can't see if we're straight. That's the only thing. Our pin might not be very straight. 300. Okay, and we'll go up here. And let's put that in there. And this is where I had problems in testing it, was to get this to recognize. Oh, there we go. All right, sweet. Do you want to plant the meadow? Yes. Okay, sweet. That's not too bad. We're all right, I think. Yeah, we're all right. Okay, now we could go for a fence around that. I don't know what that's gonna cost us. So, let's see here. I do like to have a fence if we can get it in there. Fence. How much is it gonna cost us? What if we just go with the wooden fence? An American ranch fence. How about like that? Is that gonna work? Ooh, that's a lot of money. Where's our thing at? That's the end of it there. Okay. Man, that's a lot of money, everybody. We might want to add our fence later, you know? We're out on the middle of, like, no man's land, if you will. They're not gonna escape. We got an invincible hot wire. How about that? Yeah, we got an invincible hot wire. Okay, so now let's run over there and let's buy our sheep. I actually kind of like where we placed it, really. Okay, now let's get our trigger is on so we can see what we're doing. Okay, sweet. And we've got automatic water. And we got to go for these. And how many can we have in here? That's what I didn't even pay attention to. 127. Nice. That's a pretty good amount. Okay, so let's get some of these. Let's get like, oh, let's get 5 of these. Buy. And then let's get 5 of these. Buy. Okay, let's get 5 of these. Buy. And then we'll get some of the other ones too. We get 5 of these. Okay, so we got every breed of sheep, and we got 5 of each. So I think that's good. Okay, so then what I want to do then next, before I don't have the money to do it, everybody, is we're gonna add in our very first little production. We're gonna be sneaky here against these guys that we're competing against. All right, let's get over here. Do we got enough to buy it? Pretty sure we're using it here. Where is that thing at now? Oh, maybe we're not using it. I thought we had it here. I could have swore that we were using it. Okay, so we don't have it. Really? We have that spinnery there for 180,000. No, that carpentry point. Cement, dairy, grain mill, grape, sawmill, oil mill, spinnery. Tailor shop. I thought we had Granny's knitwear. For some reason, I really thought we had that mod here in this challenge. Okay, well, I guess we don't. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this one now. We're going to put it right back here behind our house. That is like our little business. Let's see. No, I don't know if we'll put it there. Let's see. Let's put it right. Well, that's kind of not good there. Let's go about right here. We can add in the, what do you want to call it? The, man, that's a lot of money though, everybody. Maybe we should stockpile first. That's a lot of money. We're gonna wait on that. We're gonna wait on that. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna wait on that. Alright, so then what we need to do is we are gonna get into our next field. There was one other thing I wanted to check. Let's see. In the build mode, if we go over to greenhouses, okay, I don't want another greenhouse. We got 2 of those. Okay, don't want that. It is there. Okay, so then really thought about implementing this. I think we're gonna. We gotta come up with a good place for it, though. You know, like, where's our pond? I think we're gonna go for it, everybody. Why not? Let's do it. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna, because we could do a couple of different things here. Let's see. 12,000 to place it. That's placing it for 15. That means the ground isn't level right there. So, is there a cheaper place to put it? No. No, 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 no. It's really increasing the terraforming. Okay, well, anyway, what's in use sales? There isn't anything in there I want. Somebody sold a plow. Okay, well, let's get another field in the ground. I got a place where I want to put another field. We should be cutting grass and, you know, doing the whole silage thing, but I just don't know. You know, you're not going to make a whole lot off of silage. You know, we're playing hard economy. That's the other thing, too, I forgot to mention, everybody, is the details of this challenge are in the description of this video, so make sure that you check it out. Let's see. Now, I might want to put more buildings or stuff right here on this side of the farm, so let's go up this way. And I think what we'll do is we might do a field on the other side of our sheep right here, and split our sheep between what we may do later. Have a buffer between our sheep and whatever else we do. Now let's match up our trail here for our pathway of our farm layout. Let's go right here and we'll put in another field. I think we're gonna put in like a kind of like a square shaped field. I really kind of want to do barley. I don't know why. I really kind of just want to do some barley. $48,000 though. I think that we're gonna hang on to that. I can't think of anything really that we need right now. Now we could get a roller. You know, we could buy a roller. If we bought a roller, we could increase our yield a little bit, but it's not gonna be a big amount though. That's the thing, you know. It's not gonna increase the yield a whole lot just by rolling the field. Alright, now we'll go straight on over here and connect up our field then. Whoa! Alright, that'll work. We're pretty good there. Where are we at for time, everybody? I really haven't paid much attention. Okay, we got time yet. Come on, you old tractor. Other thing I'm thinking about, everybody, is I have actually tried to duplicate this build off camera in career mode so I could kind of like strategically plan ahead a little bit. And I also was looking at, you know, tractors that we could potentially buy. Now, we're not very straight here, Rusty. We should try and fix that, I feel. Yeah, so I was kind of looking at tractors off camera that we could consider as an additional tractor in the near future. I just don't know what way to go with it, though. I'm kind of leaning towards seeing what used sales is going to do. But the thing about used sales is we're going to have to keep track of it. You know, we are going to have to really pay attention so we can beat Zorch Farming and Crustu to any items that might be in used sales. Now, even though we don't have a body of water, oh, come on, back up. I feel like we're gonna lag here and I don't want to screw up my field, so let's lift the plow. Krusty's on the way over to the store. Those guys seemed to be very organized before we started recording, and I just was not feeling the organization tonight. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna try our best to see if we can't get them on this one. We'll see what they think when I already got 2 animal pens and animals in my pens producing stuff we can sell. Now, the neat thing behind all that, everybody, is I don't really have to do anything with them. You know, let's take a load of hay, though, to our sheep. I feel like we should give our sheep a little hay just because the custom pasture grass really doesn't go in effect until the next month. So we should probably make sure they got a little feed. So let's go buy them a kind-hearted load of hay and get that in the animal pen for them. We're gonna put our plow over here. We do got 1 pallet of pumpkins already, everybody. Now, I've used that greenhouse before and I really like it. It produces basically base game style, so kind of slow, but I do oh my goodness, I just did it again, everybody. Yeah, buying stuff without paying attention. We just put some lime in the trailer, and I did not want to do that. Where am I gonna deposit my lime? Then I'm gonna have to figure out a way to... Oh, come on now. Is my lime stuck in there because I can't dump right here? Ah, unload tipper. Whoa, I've never seen it do it that way. Oh, that's unfold tipper. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright, Rusty. Tip side grain door. Down. Yeah, tip side back. I want grain door unload here. There we go. Okay. Phew. We escaped that mistake. We don't even got a front loader yet. Okay, now I want hay. I want hay. I want a load of hay for my sheep. This is gonna be a little spendy, but I also was recently told, anybody else willing to comment about this? So one of my viewers told me that they'd give me a little insight information that after one of the updates by Giants, the buy point, like Omatana's buy point that we're using, it's really not any cheaper than buying the stuff from the store. It's actually the same price. So anybody that has tested that, if you want to clarify that in the comments and let me know if we are actually going to be able to save a little by utilizing it, that would be great. Now, I just feel that it will help us. Yeah, I think it will help us. Now, the thing I also noticed too is we're only gonna be like having to worry about a $1,600 and some interest fee every month based off of my test game save in career mode. Now, the other thing I want to do, and we're going to do it now before I forget, everybody, is I want to do it the same way that I did in the one tile challenge by myself. Is I want to try and remember to pay a minimum of $5,000 every month. Okay, back to the bank. So we're going to do that right now. I'd really like to aim for a minimum of 10,000. Well, let's do that. We're going to go in here and we're going to already pay down. So let's repay 5 and let's back out. Alright, so we repaid 5,000. Alright, now we need to take care of our field. And we need to fertilize and lime. So now let's get our fertilizer spreader out and let's start fertilizing. We don't need any other equipment right now. The only thing it's considering, really, is some kind of cultivation tool. But we really don't need that either because our what do you want to say? Our seeder is direct drill. So we really don't need that either. Man, Krusty's going back to the store with his windrower too. It looks like it's plow. Oh no, he's stopping. Oh, he's strategically putting in a field, I think. Alright, we better not be paying attention. We got things to do here. Alright, let's get this fertilized. Now, it probably didn't need to do this because we probably got a state of fertilization off plowing in the ground, but it looks like that it's taken our fertilizer there, so maybe not. So maybe it is a good thing we're doing this. I just really would like a different tractor. We were potentially going to show you which one I was considering, weren't we? Okay, so really quick, the one I was considering is in small tractors, and it is this one right here. This guy right here. We can get it up to 146 horsepower, which is, you know, almost double what we got. It's less than double, but yeah, it's more horsepower than we got right now. We only got 85. This is 146, but this is what I was considering. That's 45,000 right there, and we don't got the money. That's without customizing it any further. Now, if I only knew how powerful those little Massey Fergusons are that we have in here, I think one of them's like only 95 horsepower or 100 horsepower. They're quite a bit less, like almost $20,000 less. I should probably test those off camera and just see. They might be a great investment. You know, sometimes if you just do a little testing, you can find a very small tractor with not very much horsepower that actually has more than what it's rated for. Putting this fertilizer on this field is about to get the best of me. This whole tractor is about to get the best of me. Alright, now we just about got it. Alright, now we need to lime it. Okay, and we just as well leave our fertilizer over here by our field. We'll dump this out, go fill it with lime. I think I got 1 pallet of lime in our shed. Okay, what are we at for time here? We're doing okay. We're gonna get our field at least worked. I don't know about getting it all planted. I sure hope we can, or we are gonna be hurting. Alright, there is my 1 pallet. Let's grab that because this is lime, and then I won't make the mistake of putting the wrong thing in the trailer. We'll already have lime in it. Come on now. Oh, this liftable pallets isn't working very good here in multiplayer. It's driving me bonkers. Alright, let's put it there. Whoa! Lime. Alright, now let me get the lime from my pallet. There we go. Alright, let's fill up more lime. Okay. We still got 42,000. That's alright. Our sheep pen, our fence line isn't very straight. We kind of angled this side, I think. We didn't quite go straight down. Oh, that's alright. I'm pleased with how many we can have in there, though, because it's more than I thought we would be able to have in that pen. Okay, come on now. let's go. Come on, tractor. Alright, we got that. Alright, now let's finish getting our field here. This is a pretty decent sized field. I'm pleased with the size of it. It'll be interesting to see how many liters of barley we could get off of this. And hopefully we'll get it planted. Come on. Now, there is also a crop, a certain crop, that I have up my sleeve that I want to try and do in this challenge, but right now we don't have the money to do it. We do not have the equipment to do it. But if we can get that equipment, we will be doing that. And that is my goal. I'm not even sure when that crop is available to be planted. Okay, we want a little bit more lime, not a whole lot, just a little. And we'll get that field limed. And we can get it fertilized, but you know what we could do this time now? We could start getting the crop in the field and put the second state of fertilizer down from the seeder. Let's do it that way. Yeah. Alright, let's drop this because we want to get that crop in the ground, and I think we can do barley. Let's look here. Yeah, we can do barley. Okay, let's do that. I want to do barley instead of wheat. I don't know, I just want to do something different. The other thing is we have the money for first production. We have the money for either a spinnery, we have the money for an oil mill, we have the money for a grain mill, the small ones that cost like 36,000, but is that gonna be worth it? I think potentially it would be. The only thing is, everybody, is we really haven't chose to do any other productions implemented into this series other than base game ones. Now, there was one in here that I just thought of. We have the mini biogas plant. Oh my goodness. We should consider maybe that, but we need a little bit more money, and we need to start cutting grass and getting... Oh! Cancel. I don't got the right crop selected. Barley, here we go. We want barley in the field. Alright, we are putting crop in our second field, everybody. And I don't know if the other two even have a second field started. Now, we're just gonna leave it dug into the ground. I'm not gonna raise it, just turn around. Should be perfectly fine. Alright, there we go. Okay, now we should do our little spy. Be our spy. Let's be a spy. What's Zorch doing over here? Before we forget to do that. Man, he's got a nice clean shaped yard there. He's got a lot of other equipment. He's got a nice sized field there. How about Krusty? What's Krusty up to? Looks like he's plowing in another field. He's got a long, narrow one right there. He's got some ooh, he's got goats. Okay. Alright. Whoops. Forgot to lower our seeder. Okay. There we go. Let's get that lowered. Now, I'm gonna finish planting the barley in this field outside of this episode, everybody. In the next episode, you will see us do new work. And I think we're gonna have to get busy with some grass work. We got all this grass on this one tile and we haven't used any of it yet. We haven't done anything with the grass like everybody else is doing. I just don't know if we need to, really. We're going to take a different avenue, take a different approach to start with. I actually also thought about planting trees, because we could always sell the tree planter. But, yeah. I don't know. The thing about that is they take a while to grow, but then not only that, they're going to be very tedious when it comes to having to cut them, load them, get them all sold, plus do all of our other farm work. So I don't know if trees are going to be a thing to do or not, unless we only do a certain amount each year. Like if we tried to do a pallet of trees, I think a pallet of trees is like what? Like 20 trees? Something like that. I might buy a roller, roll these fields, but I think we're gonna go without rolling them for our first season of harvesting the fields. We'll go without rolling them. And we're doing really good here. It's just, you know, getting that tractor to stay running. It's a manual shift, but we're using automatic, and it just, I don't know, it seems like it gets stuck in third gear. We're paused again. Okay. Oh, use sails. Oh, look at there. Somebody planted trees and sold their tree planter. Somebody bought a baler and sold their baler even. That tree planter is pretty tempting. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna save our money. We got 42,000, everybody. I don't know. I think we just should save it. We're in hard economy, you know. It's not easy making money in hard economy, and we need to make sure we can get a good harvester. I want some harvester that is going to be fairly decent. You know, and that even might be the best decision right now. You know, it's early. We got plenty of time. We don't need it yet. But what do we got here? We got a small little John Deere. We've got a small little New Holland. And we've got this Massey Ferguson for 45,000. We can almost afford that, everybody. Yeah, I think we're going to be shooting for that Massey Ferguson, and we almost have that money. At least if we could buy the harvester as soon as we can, then we only got to worry about buying the header. You know? Or if we know what harvester we want, we could always buy the header now and then worry about our harvester later. Either way, I don't know. I think we're doing okay. But I think we'll leave it here, everybody. So if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you dropped a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as a delicious donut. Don't forget to leave us comments in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all our friends and family by sharing videos and live streams from the channel. But for myself, RustyMoney, we will see you all on the flip side. Have a good one. Thank you, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and comment.